Hi, thank you so much for joining us for the first ever DFAS Global Virtual CFC event. My name is Antonia Gonzalez, and I am the National Director of Events for the Combined Federal Campaign for the McGuire Outreach Coordinator Services. And our event today was put on by Mr. Quentin Boughton with DFAS Indy, and he has set up several global events, this first being with the Columbus and Europe DFAS area. And our leadership from DFAS Europe will be joining us today, Mr. Tim Cool and Miss Ashley Judkins, and they will be carving some pumpkins as we're having our event with various charities, national, international, as well as some local charities in the Columbus area. So far, we have had Wellbeing International and Dr. Andrew Rowan speaking on behalf of their organization, Patriot Paws Service Dogs, as well as Hunt of a Lifetime, .org, Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation, and we have various additional organizations who will be speaking on behalf of the organization, on behalf of their organizations as well. So let's join this event already in progress.
We hear about extrication tools or jaws of life being used to save, to free patients from automobile accidents.
Nancy, Nancy, thank you very much for those stories. Those are important stories, and what you do is important work. I think what was really important during there was you gave Ashley and Tim a few more minutes to get their pumpkin carving done before we take a break. So thank you very much for what you do. Thank you very much for getting us to the halfway part. So Ashley and Tim, we're gonna take a minute and take a break from hearing these important stories. I do kind of want Danielle and the puppy back on the screen, but that's just me. That's like with so Dave, you know this, you go to every event, CFC event, and invariably somebody brings a dog to a CFC event, and that's what carries the day, is the puppy. So Danielle wisely brought her the best prop you could bring, Bodette. So thank you very much, Danielle. Thank you for jumping on. So Tim, I'm going to start with you and see how it's coming over there in Europe, because I hope it's you want to give us a halfway point? See what we're looking at halfway through.
Well, it's coming along okay. I don't want to spoil it because it's pretty close to being finished. So I'll cover up half. How's that? So I'll come up to here.
I think Tim's pretty excited. I'm excited for him.
Kind of stuff. There's a top part. I'll let you kind of guess what it's going to be. But there it is. You guys see it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first one. So of course I got to beat my deputy, so Ashley. So we'll have to see. Are we going to judge anything? It's always fun to have competition.
Yes, healthy competition.
Absolutely. I think we're going to take a vote, and it might be a silent vote, but I think we're going to take a vote at the end of this to see what the assembled picks. So Ashley, do you want to jump in here and show us where you are halfway through?
Yeah, I'm about halfway too, and I don't know if you can kind of see what it's gonna be, but it's getting kind of messy over here. But
no, that looks good.
All right,
I like it, and I think you both did the right thing, which is it's always important to get your Sharpie out beforehand and trace it. And then that's the only way you can do it. I used to do it without the Sharpie, and it was a catastrophe. So we're gonna take a break a little bit and make sure that the federal employees online have started their accounts. So Jen, I know you have an account. You're a federal contractor, and you go to the giving site. And it sounds like I'm getting some feedback from somebody. So if you're not on, if you could mute yourself, please. Thanks very much. Thank you very much. And we want to make sure all the federal employees are on, have started their accounts. And Jen showing how to do this and making sure that you have your account and your profile set up correctly. For some of the federal employees, they may have never seen this before, but this site is the most comprehensive giving site that we see in public sector workplace campaign giving. And what the federal employees have put together when they moved this campaign online 3 years ago has made it so federal employees have a place to go to make their gifts, track their gifts, make sure that the money that they get from or that they give to federal employees or to the charities come from their paycheck and goes directly to the charities. They get to verify that, they get tax receipts, and it's a very easy process for them to do a one-stop renew gift each year. So this site, when the federal government moved from, I don't know, what was it, Jen? Did we have 4 different sites? I know we had CFC Nexus.
Yeah, well,
We had
DFAS used MyPay, and
Right.
sometimes we hear federal employees actually coming out of different areas of DFAS saying that I give through MyPay, and I was able to confirm with Quentin and Ken that is not an option. So if you hear somebody saying that, they're mistaken. That's not a method for giving for DFAS employees. They must go through givecfc.org, click on the donate button, set up your account. Very simple to do. I somehow got locked out of my account though, so I'm not sure what. Welcome to a Monday on a Tuesday. That's all I got. Wonder Woman ain't so wonderful this morning, is she? But it's a very easy way to give, and I do it all the time. In fact, once you get your account set up, you can even go to the App Store and get the CFC Giving app. And through my cell phone, I do that thumbprint authentication. And so I can be on an event like this right now, and I can go there, put my thumbprint down, and give $10 to Wellbeing International, to the charities that I'm inspired by today, or to anything. Maybe there's something happening in my community that's inspired me. So, yep, there's the app. I was like, oh my gosh, Mike's giving me the time clock. Sorry, Mike. Let me just zip it right there, right? But no, please. We ask each and every one of you to consider giving. The campaign is off to a great start, but the only way we continue that momentum is by not only each one of you setting up your account, making your gift today, but also asking your colleagues. That's the beautiful thing about CFC is it is peer-to-peer. And so the number one reason people don't give, nobody asked me. The number one reason people do give is somebody they trust asked them to give. So set up your account, make your gift first, ask your colleagues, invite them to participate in your campaign. This is your opportunity to give a little bit over the course of a year to something that matters to you. And just so you know, and Quentin can probably answer this, or maybe anybody on this call can, that your payroll deduction does not start coming out until your first full pay cycle after January 15th. So you see that the open season goes through January 15th on my screen. Go to your calendar whenever the first full cycle. If you're in the middle of the pay cycle, then go to the next one. That's when your deductions will start coming out. So just, pledge now, give later. If people say, I can't do it right now, the holidays are here. Hey, it's pledge now, give later. So get in there, start your account, make your pledge, and you can add to it anytime between now and January 15th. So if you get inspired again and want to add another charity, feel free to jump in there and do so. It's your account. So
thank you, Jen. Yeah. Jennifer Bierman, did you get your microphone to work again? We'd love to hear from you, and I just want to check back. I don't want to miss that opportunity to hear from you. Do you want to unmute yourself? It looks like you're muted right now. So if you want to, and I don't
still
think
don't hear. Still the same.
I think she's still. I still show her muted. Did we mute? Can you unmute everybody, Jen?
Ooh,
this is what happens when you give Jen the time clock. This is what comes back.
Michael May, I can't believe you're wearing that.
What?
Oh my gosh, it's funny.
Sometimes
that's how our team feels about him. Fair enough.
Jennifer? Nothing?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
All right. Well,
Well, we're about halfway through, and we're ready to get started and go to our next charity, my old friend, colleague, Dave Choker.
Well, hi. I'll tell you, I get a little nervous when I hear things are getting messy at DFAS, but to know it's a pumpkin makes it a little better as an old Army retiree who counts on DFAS and appreciates everything they do. I have the privilege of being president of Fisher House Foundation. And when you think about what we do, at the heart of our program is a network of now 90 different Fisher houses. If you think about what Ronald McDonald houses do, allowing families to be with their children going through a medical experience, a healthcare crisis, we do the same thing. We just focus on military and veterans families. Each house can accommodate anywhere between 7 and 21 families. They're with us for 7 to 8 days on average. Our longest length of stay has been 4 years, and there's never a charge to stay in a Fisher house. If you go to the donor pledging system and type in Fisher House, actually 24 different organizations will come in. The foundation builds and supports the network of houses. The community groups support the quality of life for those staying in the Fisher House. And while every Fisher House is special, one of our great accomplishments is not far from K-Town. It's the 2 houses we have at Landstuhl. Back in the late 90s, we had the USS Cole, we had the embassy bombings in Africa. And what we saw was that the casualties and those wounded in that event all went through Landstuhl. So our board authorized us to go outside of the United States. And one of the neat things about Landstuhl is we dedicated that house in June of 2001, just weeks before 9/11. And just after 9/11, we went ahead and built the second house. Because when you get that call and you learn that a loved one is wounded, ill, or injured, you want 2 things. You want the best medical care possible, and you want to be there. The military and VA health systems do a wonderful job of providing world-class health care. Having a place where the family can stay is a little bit more of a challenge. And our goal is that when somebody walks through the door of a Fisher House, they simply know there are others who appreciate their service, who honor that service, and want to help them in their time of need. For those of you who may be in Columbus, the 2 closest operations, we have 2 houses in Cleveland and 2 houses at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base has the largest hyperbaric chamber I have ever seen. You could put probably 6, 7 people in it at once. And it's so important in healing those wounds that won't naturally heal. The other thing the foundation is going to do, we're putting in air filtration systems in all the houses. That we found one that's 99% effective against COVID, as well as other germs. So we're always looking to upgrade, giving the people we serve the best, because that's exactly what they deserve. I want to thank everybody for giving through CFC. I've been a proponent. I still contribute as a retiree. And one of the great secrets is, the directory, the donor pledging system is a great thing in terms of it allows some groups to keep their doors open. For others of us, it lets us take that bold next step. But if it's one thing we know at Fisher House, is that life happens. And when it does, you need help. With CFC, this is not just a list of organizations you can contribute to. When life happens to you, your family, or a friend, put in a few key words and you're going to see organizations that want to help you and help you when life gets difficult. So that's one of the great secrets of CFC. I appreciate the time. I appreciate the opportunity. I apologize for the costume, but I woke up and I just couldn't do anything with my hair.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much for that comprehensive and detailed look at the wonderful work that Fisher House does. Dave and I have been working together for 25 years, so it's good to see you again. Thank you for for all you've done for all those years, Fisher House, and for the CFC. He served on boards that serve CFC federations, and he's been a real proponent of CFC for as long as I've known him. So thank you very much for joining us, Dave.
Thank you.
Antonia?
Thank you so much, Dave. We appreciate you coming on to speak today. Next, we're going to have the National Veterans Memorial and Museum Campaign Fund, Mr. William Butler.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Bill Butler. I'm the Chief of Staff here at the National Veterans Memorial and Museum. We're a brand new museum. We are actually celebrating our 2nd anniversary today. So we are very appreciative of the opportunity to participate. And being a retiree, I've been donating to CFC for almost 30 years now. Our mission is to share the stories and journey of the American veteran in order to lead a national conversation about the impact of service and sacrifice of veterans and their families, knowing that only 0.5% of America serves. We've got 4 foundational pillars: honor, connect, inspire, and educate. We honor veterans and their service and the sacrifice that they and their families make. We connect America to her veterans and veterans to the communities in which they reside. We inspire selfless service in others, and it doesn't have to be military service, just becoming part of something greater than oneself. And then we educate the American public about the veterans and the impact that they have had on our country. We have a number of programs to achieve those 4 foundational pillars. We've got a Rally Point program that's a monthly program where organizations will present and discuss opportunities and programs for veterans. We do a quarterly Veteran Voices where combat veterans or just inspirational veterans can share their story of service and sacrifice. We also do a virtual Beyond the Exhibit program where veterans who are featured in the museum can share their story in a little bit greater depth and detail. We also started, since COVID, virtual field trip and virtual tours, and we're going to kick those off here in Veterans Day. And we also have a K-12 curriculum for students that meets the Ohio Department of Education standards. And then we've recently partnered with Ohio State University to develop, through the John Glenn College of Public Affairs, a leadership certificate specifically for veterans. So they get graduate level education and 12 credit hours of that. So you can check us out at our website. It's nationalvmm.org. We're more than a museum. We impact lives by helping and supporting veterans. Thank you again for this great opportunity.
Hey, happy anniversary. I see that. And it looks like you're going live in 20 minutes, guys. So if you want to go Facebook Live with them, I was able to see that you were doing that. So thanks for being with us. This is great. And congratulations on your anniversary.
Congratulations, William. And offline, we should talk. We were working with some colleagues up in Alaska. It has Alaska Historical Heritage Museum, and they were doing some CFC things for like Free Federal Friday for letting federal employees come in, and in a time when we're not getting out as much as we should, we want to. That was something that museum did for federal employees doing CFC. Your program is wonderful. Son of a veteran, my brother's a veteran, so thank you for what you do, and thank you for supporting the CFC, and happy anniversary.
Thank you very much.
Antonia?
Thank you, Mike. Next, we are actually having Mid-Ohio Food Bank, Miss Tiffany Priest.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself, but I'm sorry, I am also not in a Halloween costume, but I did bring this courtesy of my 1.5-year-old son. His feet are the ghosts, and there are spiders for his hands. But so I wanted to participate in some way for the Halloween theme. But thank you so much for inviting us on today. We do serve 20 counties here in Ohio, so everything around Franklin or Columbus area out east. Mid-Ohio Food Bank, which is now Mid-Ohio Food Collective, we're part of a larger system called Feeding America. So anywhere in the U.S., there is a food bank that that serves your community. So there's a great way for everyone to get involved. During COVID, it threw everyone for a loop, but I know basic needs and food insecurity has really spiked. we're seeing still 25% increases across the board, and we're anticipating that's going to stay for another solid 12 to 18 months. CFC has been amazing in the past. Last year alone, just based on the generosity, I think it was about, for every $1 donated, we can provide up to $9 worth of groceries, which is a huge multiplier. So that's almost $250,000 worth of groceries that CFC was able to provide last year alone, which is huge. So yay for that. And we're so grateful to you all. But yeah, I also wanted to highlight, we've had the National Guard with us since March. They have been a lifesaver. If we didn't have them, we would really be struggling to get food out into the community at this point in time, just with volunteers being leery of getting out and about, trying to shelter in place more so, and take care of their own families. We would not have been able to do what we do without that support. And so we're just so grateful for the community in general to have such incredible support the last 7-ish months. And so thank you guys so much. There is something for everyone to include. There's a global, I think they're on CFC, but a global food banking network that people can get involved with. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But just wanted to send our sincere thanks. And again, I love puppies as well. My dog was not cooperative. She didn't want to participate this morning, but thank you so much for having us out here, and really appreciate seeing a fun, informal call. And I can't wait to see the pumpkin carving at the end. Thanks.
Tiffany, thank you very much. You bring up an excellent point. One of the things that we talk about often in the combined federal campaign as we're doing training is that multiplier effect. People often say, "Hey, I want to give to the CFC, but why would I give through the CFC, or why would I give to charity? Why don't I just bring a case of water down to a hurricane victim or a flood victim or something like that?" And the things that food banks can do with their systems, with their buying capabilities, with their distribution capabilities. Especially these times, we had the first cause week of this year was hunger, and talking about some of the people, the seniors that are affected right now and so easily slipped into need right when the pandemic started, and the things that food banks do, Feeding America does, that you guys do is incredible. So thank you for bringing up that multiplier effect and reminding everybody on the call the value of this combined effort and the things that charities can do that us as individuals just can't do. And that's what we rely on you as a public benefit corporation. So thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being able to rest the boo thing from your was a 1.5-year-old son?
Yeah,
is that right?
1.5. Yep.
Yeah. So go give it back to him. He's going to put it in his mouth and just chew it down.
Yeah, he's going to eat all the things.
So thank you very much. Antonia, I think we have one more presentation.
Yes, our final speaker is going to be Community Shares of Mid-Ohio, Ms. Kayla Goldstein.
Hello, everyone. Hopefully you can see me. We're rocking our jammies today. I'm a former kindergarten teacher, so I always came in my jammies because the kindergartners love to see their teacher in their jammies. So my name's Kayla Goldstein, and I'm representing Community Shares of Mid-Ohio. And I would like to say how humbled I am to be here today with like-minded colleagues. I know many of these organizations. I've seen some familiar faces today. And I want to thank you all personally for your support of Community Shares, our member charities, and all the wonderful nonprofits in the combined federal campaign. Community Shares of Mid-Ohio was created in 1992, and we've been serving the community for over 25 years. We've supported over 100 charities in the central Ohio area, and thanks to our very generous donors such as yourselves, we've distributed over $11 million to our member charities. A lot of that is thanks to the combined federal campaign. This year, Community Shares of Mid-Ohio has 68 member charities that represent a variety of causes such as animal rights and welfare, which is my little friend here. He's thanks to 3 different of our organizations rescuing him. They all came together and rescued him. Affordable housing, violence prevention, civil action, social justice, fostering education in the arts, youth and children's services, fighting hunger and malnutrition, healthy lifestyle choices, civic involvement, and environmental preservation. You may be wondering what the commonality between all of Community Share's members is, and what brings us together is our desire to create a more just, healthy, and caring community for all. Our members have a main focus in the Central Ohio area, but many of them serve other states and countries as well. With the vast variety of social impact issues that Community Shares covers, I believe we can touch everyone's heart. Since the start of COVID, many of our organizations have seen an impact of more clients and less funding. And for example, our food pantries have seen over 80% need as well. So you can see that the need is very great here with our members. Community Shares does more than simply financially support our members. We believe it takes more than just money to run an effective and efficient organization that impacts the community. Community Shares recognizes that and wants to offer tools to support our members, such as professional development, networking, and marketing. Without generous donors such as yourselves and your colleagues, our member charities would not be able to do the important charitable work they do every day. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank the other representatives here today. I want to thank DFAS, and I want to thank CFC for inviting us here today. So thank you again.
Thank you, Kayla. One question, you didn't give us the name of your puppy. We know Bodette's with us.
Oh, this is Buddy. He came to me at 8 years old from a variety of different of our organizations that saved him from a quote unquote violent abusive situation. He's now 11 years old. I actually got him before I was in the nonprofit world. And his name's Buddy. He's a little old guy and he's in his jammies too.
Oh, sweet. Hey, Buddy, thanks for joining us. So it looks like Ashley's done. Ashley, are you?
I saw her put her candle in a few minutes ago, and I was just like, "Don't interrupt the speaker! Don't interrupt the speaker!" You know.
Jen, can you stop sharing your screen so we can see the pumpkins up close?
Yeah, and I just threw Kayla's code into the chat as well. I was typing him in there in case you guys couldn't see him on the screen. So yes, thank you, Antonia, for that situational awareness. All right, here we go, all right?
I don't know, is Tim ready? I think we might.
Tim ready?
But it's all in presentation, so let me shut the Rollins. Gotta shut the Rollins, you know? So
wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
All presentation, right?
This is a big reveal. Oh.
I love it, Ashley. Are you able to make it dark in your room?
I can, yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. How exciting. Mike, I have to acknowledge Mike's idea here. Mike said, let's do pumpkin carving with leadership. And I'm like, okay, that seems kind of complicated. But how do you get the people to come? And so it was my idea to dress up and to invite people to wear their costumes because I thought, that would be fun too, right? So we wanted to have a little fun with everybody to invite people to participate. All right.
Because we need to have a fun Zoom call once a week. Wow, now I can see the later hosing up creep.
What was the comment? Was it the silliest Zoom call? I think.
Yes. Silliest Zoom call of the week, yeah.
Right. Is this the reveal now?
All right. Dun, 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 dun,
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow, that's really creepy, Tim.
Is that a good thing?
I think that's what you're going for, right?
It's a good thing.
Gosh,
yeah.
Ashley, but yours, and I love your top the way. Oh my gosh, look at that cat. So you guys,
I can't see Ashley's. How do you? I see a lot of.
Can you see it now?
Hold on a second, Ashley. You're not on any of my screens. Let me do
I think Ashley.
Wow.
Yeah, now I can. Oh, very nice, Ashley. Oh man, that's pretty darn good.
I know.
That is really darn good. I feel like Ashley might have had like the cooking competition. She may have that carved before we started today.
No.
May have had that and then pulled it up afterwards, Tim. That looks like something that was a 40
Well,
minutes
she
that
brought
took you to do, Ashley?
4 or 5 pumpkins, so I think that's her 3rd pumpkin. She messed up on
I think so
three.
too. And I applaud the tactic, Ashley. I applaud it. That's exactly what I recommended.
She's looking at you like you're crazy, Mike.
Why?
Amy keeps stealing my pumpkins, so I had to keep going buying new pumpkins.
Oh, how fantastic.
Yeah.
Great job to both of you. I don't know. I'm torn. Like they both
It's okay. We can tie. Everyone's a winner.
best
Yeah.
creepiest pumpkin, best artistic pumpkin. I'm not like these are great. These are really thank you, Tim and Ashley, for saying yes to this, for being present. You know, we know that the CFC again is off to a great start, and we've spoken about like why people say why, and I think the obvious is that we know the need is great, right? The obvious is that we know federal employees want to give, but what not everybody sees that we're seeing this year is that leadership has really stepped up and set the tone. And leadership does set the tone. If we don't have your guys' participation and support, it makes for a much harder, campaign for our coordinators, those that are going out and rolling up their sleeves, the Jennifers and Quintons of the world. That thank you guys, Jennifer, Quinton. What you guys do this fall will change the course of life for months on end. You know, as deductions start next January and start going to these great causes. The work you're doing right now is everlasting. So thank you to our leadership, Fantastic Pumpkins, and our leadership at the local levels for saying yes to this crazy, silly event that we're hosting, right?
So,
And
Ashley,
I don't know, are these feathers or are they light bulbs now? I'm not sure what we're doing.
they're light bulbs. So, Ashley and Tim, if you guys could send us, we'd really like to keep a document and be able to share some of these. So if you take a picture, especially with you guys, and maybe take a selfie with your pumpkin and share it with us on an email, we'd really appreciate that. We want to keep record of this wonderful day, this wonderful event.
Yeah.
We want to share it, and we're going to put it on some social media if that's okay. And we'd love to
take a picture with your
to display. Yeah, take a picture with your pumpkin.
Hey, Mike, we did have a comment in the chat from our Mid-Ohio Food Bank. Thank you so much for putting that in there. I felt like I was the only one engaging in the chat. I'm curious, do all the folks abroad have access to pumpkins? When I was abroad, that wasn't a thing, but we had some awesome high schoolers that carved persimmons and apples, the tiniest jack-o'-lanterns ever. That is so interesting. I thought about doing that with an orange bell pepper when I was cutting it up for my kids last night. I thought I could make a little pumpkin out of this, right?
I think sometimes you can get them at the commissary on base. That's I think they get them from that resource. I don't know that everybody
you can't
has
get them anywhere else.
I don't know, but I think that's where we got it.
We used to live in Italy and Germany for a number of years, and you could always get them at the commissaries.
Yeah.
Albania, it was not a thing.
Wow. Interesting.
Okay.
Like, Kayla is asking if we can do a photo of all representatives to share. Can you do a screenshot photo?
Everyone smile.
Do it right now. Everyone smile. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Thank you. We will share this on some social media. And I don't know, Jen, we didn't really have a lot of expectations. We had a lot of hopes. This has far exceeded any of the hopes or expectations that I had. I want to thank you, Quentin, for putting this together. Obviously, Tim and Ashley for being such great leaders and participants in this fun event. So everybody have a wonderful day.
And one last thing
Halloween.
before you end it, Tina, yes, we do see you. Thank you for turning your camera on. And Rich Beckend, I believe, is the OC in the Ohio area. Is that correct? I just want to acknowledge that if you need supplies, your local campaign manager can connect with you if you have CFC needs or questions. So I just wanted to acknowledge.
Yes, ma'am, that's me.
Okay, thank you, Rich. Yeah, thank you.
Great to see everyone this morning. What a great presentation. I can't wait to share it out.
Thanks, Rich.
This is great.
Thanks for your support there in the Ohio CFC. overseas
I
as
wanna-
well. So.
I want to take one last minute. The FEB director in Cincinnati, Tina Toka, offered this system for us to use, and Tina got on. We started it, and she started it and threw it over to us. But we want to thank her so much also for for using this WebEx system. It went great, Tina. So thank you. I know you're probably on mute, but we want to acknowledge your support of the CFC today. So
And Tim,
everybody
did you
have a
need
great
to
day.
close us out, Tim, and say a few words? I didn't know if we wanted the leadership to just.
Please, yes.
Once again, thank you all for the invite. Really support the Fisher House here in Europe, but there's so many other worthy causes, and I appreciate everyone from all the other charitable organizations that provide a 2-minute pitch. And it's just such a great honor to be able to do this. It's fun too. We love, Ashley and I are kind of, maybe this is the kind of way we are. We kind of like little extroverts, do this kind of stuff. And even in home, here we are, we're working, and we'll be going back to our office, which is downstairs, working, unfortunately, this tough time. And so even though it's tough, and I know some people we're very fortunate to be federal employees, that there's a lot of people that don't have jobs right now. So I think that's all the more reason to give to these charitable contributions to help the less fortunate out. And we're very thankful that we are able to work from home and continue to work. So thank you again for the invite. It's greatly appreciated. And then Ashley, I'll turn it over to you if you'd like to say something.
I agree. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I learned so many great things about other organizations today, and you all are doing amazing work, and appreciate all your service and also your support to the warfighters. And so thank you so much, and it was great to be here today.
Thanks, Ashley. Thanks, Tim.
All right, everybody. Have a great evening, great afternoon.
Thank
Happy
you.
Halloween.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day.